What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Movies and Models. I'm your boy Hollywood KP, and as usual, we got my guy in the building, B Moore. How you doing, good sir?
I'm good.
Okay,
I'm here.
good.
I'm alive. I'm blessed.
Yeah. We have all the way from our city, Detroit, Michigan. We got the Miss Lovely Rio Summers here.
Hello.
Hey, okay, and taking time away from set, from TV. From business moves, from the writing room, we got my guy, Jean Elie, in the building. Everybody, hey, what's going on?
What's going on?
Good to have you guys, John and Rio.
John and Rio.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Detroit.
Yeah.
What up, Dub?
What up, though?
How long you been out here?
It just turned 10 years at the end of March.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, yeah. You about 10 too, right?
Yeah, it'll be 10 years next March.
Yeah, I'm about 13.
Next March.
Where are you from?
Detroit.
Oh, you're from
West
Detroit
side.
too.
Yeah.
West Side,
West side. West side over everything.
The only non-Detroiter in the building over here.
At the
table.
John, where are you
me.
from?
Yeah, where are you
I'm from Brockton, Massachusetts, which is
Okay.
like
What?
south of Boston.
There's a lot of Haitians there?
There's a lot of Haitians there.
There's
Like,
a lot of
of
black
Caribbean and West Indian people that from Brockton and from the East Coast in the Boston area. And like a lot of people don't know, there's like a Cape Verdean population.
That's what
there
I was going to
too.
say. Everyone that I meet from Boston that's of color is normally like Cape Verde.
Yeah, they're Cape Verdean, they're what they call Haitian, they're Dominican. We have a few Nigerians.
Yeah.
And like Puerto Ricans and things of that nature, especially like from my hometown. Yeah.
Did you do acting back then?
Nah, I didn't.
Because it doesn't have anywhere for you to really do entertainment in Brockton.
There wasn't. I was more so into like art, like drawing and in science as well. And it wasn't until like college and like after I graduated college that I got interested into like acting and things of that nature. And I've been in LA for about like 14 years.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And you love it more.
Yeah.
You love LA more than Detroit, Rio? Come on, I mean, it's okay.
No one's going to get you in trouble. It's just a safe
all right.
place.
It's good. It's good.
I love both. I really do love both. But where do I choose to live? I mean, you have the answer right now.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
I love LA.
Yeah. And when did you know that it was like, you know what? It's time for me to go to the city, to Cali. It's time.
When I was 19, I had a brain tumor and I almost died from it. And long story short, I made a promise with God. I was like, if I wake up from this, I want to go to LA. Like, don't wake me up if I'm not going to make it in Los Angeles. And then I woke up and 6 months later I moved.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah.
It's
That's
amazing.
divine. Yeah,
It's a
it
crazy
is.
story.
Yeah, I never knew that. I wouldn't have guessed that at
Yeah,
all.
you
That's-
can, the scar's up the back of my head if you want to check it out. It goes all
we
the way
do
up.
see that.
Yeah.
That is so. Yeah, wow. God bless.
Yeah, it's an amazing story, but like I'm trying to keep it short because it's not all about me.
Well, we got the gist of it, and
We will get to that.
Yeah,
we will get
touch
to the
base
All
on
About
that.
You segment.
Now, let me ask you too. Do you guys watch movies and TV? Are you
all I
big?
watch is movies.
I
Yes.
figured that. What are your genres? What are your favorites?
Sci-fi, romantic comedies, romantic dramedies, historical fiction,
Historical fiction.
thrillers. Yeah.
What don't you
that?
like?
Or
What would you
war,
classify-
War dramas, sports dramas.
That's more
things of that
historical.
nature, yeah.
What would you classify like historical fiction? Like name one.
Vinland Saga.
I don't know
Okay.
what
Not
that
Vinland
is.
Saga. That's an anime, but that is one. But
Okay.
what's called Vikings.
Oh, okay.
Would be one.
Nice. Yeah, Vikings is a dope show. That show.
Yeah, it's
or
a
movie?
horse.
Game of
Yeah.
Thrones.
Game of Thrones is not.
'Cause it's- 'cause-
But
okay.
yeah, it's fictional. It's fictional. But it's like, yeah, you could.
Shogun.
Bridgerton.
Shogun, yes.
My favorite show.
Bridgerton.
Blinders.
I love Bridgerton.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Queen
saying?
Charlotte.
Queen
is the
Charlotte.
one.
Queen Charlotte.
Even Bridgerton, yes, because I watched Bridgerton with my wife. Like that thing is hilarious.
It's hilarious.
It's funny,
hilarious.
It's
It's crazy.
It has
funny.
everything.
It's all the drama.
It's
all
drama, romance, comedy.
Exactly.
So you like Bridgerton?
People are
too,
just
right?
real messy
Yeah, I love
in
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton.
They are, and it's
Yeah.
it's beautiful. I love it.
It's Shonda Rhimes at her finest.
Yeah. So basically, everybody's been messy just since the beginning of time. It's just how it's been.
Yeah.
Bridgerton is dope. Queen Charlotte is the best one.
Yeah, it's the best one.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. I like the Bridgerton versus like Queen Charlotte story. I like what
Was that like the
going
first
on.
one?
Yeah,
Season
like,
one?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Which season of Bridgerton? Because there's Queen Charlotte.
All seasons of Bridgerton, like I fuck with.
Amen.
Like,
right.
Amen. But season 3, I don't know. I can't decide if season 3
Which
or
one?
season 2.
Which one are they on right now?
I finished it all.
3.
I've seen
But which one
everything.
are they on
It's
right
been
now?
3.
Three.
It's 3 plus
Three.
Queen
3 was
Charlotte.
the most messiest one, and
Three.
like
You think
No.
so?
it was messy because like girl kept walking her sister into the lion's den like he wasn't about to fuck her and shit. Like relax. Like she's like, be friends, hang out. I'm like, yo, you don't tell that they like each other?
Yeah.
And she was so naive. As the series went on, she was so naive as a younger sister, trying to like find love or well-being, ushered and pushed into like what love should be. And she didn't realize that her sister likes this dude the whole time, and she's constantly trying to put them together, thinking that they just need to become friends in order to she'll approve of him. But no, she's going to fuck your man.
That's two. Right. Wait. That's the one with that's the one with the 2 black girls.
That's 2.
That's
Yeah,
2.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, okay, that was
It
2.
took me a minute though.
That's 2. That's 2.
Yeah,
three was about the short girl.
three is the one, the
Yeah.
more bigger girl. Yeah.
The wallflower, she finally gets to bloom.
That's
The
a good. That's a
wallflower.
good way to put her. The
That's what they call
wallflower.
her. That's what.
Oh, is
That's
it?
good. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
there's a
you're
lot
right,
of
you're right,
references
you're
to
right,
it
you're right.
too.
So that's what I'm saying. So which for y'all was the best out of that? Because Queen Charlotte, y'all not even. That was. I felt like that was the one.
Well, that's a spin-off. It's totally different
okay.
from Bridgerton the series. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be its own entity.
But it was sick.
It was
It's a
great.
Bridgerton story.
It's a
Okay.
Bridgerton story. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, 2 is best. 2. I liked 2 a lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
I think my favorite love story comes out of season 2. I love the way Anthony decides to release his inner child and release the man that he is on the inside. Like he becomes comfortable. He becomes sensitive.
Oh,
And
you was watching.
Nice. You have
Yeah.
inside. I peeped
Yeah,
that.
you were in
You
it.
know.
You were deep in the story.
Very
What's
much
some of your
You
favorite
had some
genres
insight.
of movie?
Well, I am a horror girl, specifically psychological thrillers. That is
Nice.
where
I
I
like those.
live.
Okay.
My favorite movie is Hereditary. Favorite movie of
Nice.
all time. Have you guys seen that?
I have.
Oh, yeah. So you know,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
I show people and they're like, "You fucked me up. I can't sleep for 2
What
days."
about The
And I'm like, well,
Conjuring? You like The Conjuring?
I liked The Conjuring, but I like movies where I get lost, where I can't tell what's reality and what's not. Like I was very much into Hereditary. Like, what is going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Conjuring, I was like,
You
Hollywood
knew
magic.
it was gonna be some ghosts in Conjuring. Hereditary was kind of more of like a mind fuck.
Yeah, I like that. I like
It
getting
was
my mind
dope though.
fucked.
It was
Yeah.
dope.
What about
Okay.
Insidious?
Insidious.
I like Insidious.
Yep.
I love, like you said, historical like dramas.
Yeah.
Like I love Bridgerton. I love Black Mirror.
Okay.
Black Mirror's
Okay.
great.
I
Those
love
are psychological.
Shameless. You guys seen Shameless?
He
Yeah.
loves, he loves Shameless.
Yeah.
Shameless.
We argue about this all the time. I've never seen Shameless, but
But he tries to argue me that The Bear is better than Shameless.
The Bear.
I haven't watched The Bear.
No.
The Bear is phenomenal. Okay,
It's
and
just
he
like-
keeps going on. It's just a watered down Shameless.
just watered
It's
down
not.
Shameless.
It's not. It stands alone. It's like
Why do you
yo,
feel like that?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Bear is amazing. Don't get it twisted, but it's like it's such a
What's
similar.
amazing about The Bear?
I can tell you.
He's a fanatic.
Don't mind. First of all, bro, the storytelling in that is ridiculous. It's so compelling. The writing, the way the cast, it seems like everyone on that show is on their P's and Q's when it comes to acting. They're dynamic, bro. The way the script is written and the way the actors are able to bounce off of each other with the drama scenes and then mix in some comedy.
all
and then
of
still
all
here's
the things
with your
that they
story.
picked up from Shameless. It's like the same team.
it's-
Honestly,
came
his
over with a
character
spinoff.
is like it would be Lip. If Lip became a cook. You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
the same
he's the
thing.
same person because you talking about the dude.
I
from
feel like
From
he's
Shameless.
the same person. Yeah.
He's the same person. He
well,
naturally
I just-
he's gotten better because we watched him grow up in Shameless. He
Have you
was a
guys
kid.
watched Presumed Innocent?
I have not seen Presumed Innocent.
Innocent.
It's such a good show.
No.
So you know
It's a
some
little
stuff. We
legal
gon'
drama.
we gon' get
Yeah.
on some of them.
Yeah.
We want to know. At the end, I want you to tell us. Give us a list of some stuff to watch, so we can come back to maybe some stuff that we haven't seen that our viewers haven't seen, so we can put them on.
Okay.
I gotta say, I love American Horror Story and Family Guy as well. Those are my
Yeah,
favorites.
Family Guy's
American
hilarious.
Horror Story fell off for me, but I used to love
Yeah.
it though. I did. What we like to normally do, y'all, we like to kick off our trailer talk. Okay, we like to watch some of the latest movie trailers that's going on, and decide would y'all go see this in theater? Do you think they're going to do well in theater? People going to watch? They're going to make money? What do you think about the films?
Some
itself?
insider insights.
Yeah, especially from you got somebody that's in the game. Okay, let's kick off that first one. What we got first, Jay?
Wilson.
Thanks for coming in.
There we go.
Thank you for the invite, sir.
Okay, you got Anthony Mackie,
Already great
Harrison
actors.
Ford.
This isn't losing
must Esther lose the election.
You know, I'm already sold because it's
I
Marvel.
haven't always agreed in the past, but I want to make another run at making Captain America an official military position.
And if we disagree on how to manage this situation, then what happens?
You excited for Black Cap?
Yep, yes, I am. I'm a huge Marvel fan.
I'm a huge Marvel fan as well, but it's like I really don't care for Black Cap that much. If I'm being honest.
Wow,
Honesty is appreciated.
Like I love this.
He taking
this
it back to
series.
like they taking it back to like Captain America 2 right here. Espionage, spy shit. You know what I mean? More grounded.
Oh, it's for sure more grounded because he has no powers.
No power, so you gotta.
He's like a black Batman.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
That's a good analogy.
Batman will whoop him though.
You made Captain America.
On Carlos, I just love that guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Right. No.
Oh yeah.
The part I'm excited about is coming up.
What's the villain? Who's the villain?
Juan Carlo.
Juan Carlo, yup.
He
and
does
then-
play
and
a
then-
great villain, but
Hey,
I
He's
just
an
feel like
amazing villain.
Hey, you
Hold
stopped
on,
it.
wait.
You stopped it.
You missed
man.
my favorite part.
That's what I'm saying.
Right here.
Tripping. That's
Red
the main
Hulk
thing.
pulling up.
Nigga, stop it.
I've been
Red
waiting
Hulk.
for a different Hulk to pull up, like the Red Hulk, the
Yeah.
Purple Hulk, like one of them
Yeah.
motherfuckers
Yeah.
to pull up.
And we got it. Red
Yeah.
Hulk is there. Red
Yeah.
Hulk is Harrison Ford. First of all, they had to replace the original actor because he died recently. I forgot his name. I forget, but he was the general. They had to replace him with Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford in the comics becomes Red Hulk. Now it's turned up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
fire.
turned
He
up.
tried to cheat us out of that moment,
Yeah,
huh?
that's the main thing. Red Hulk and whoever, I don't know who Jean Elie is playing. You know, I don't know who. They haven't confirmed.
They did confirm, but I haven't done the
who
research to figure out like who he's
same.
playing for.
We don't really know yet, which is
Right,
cool.
so we didn't see enough of the villain for me.
Do you need
and
that?
You don't need that.
You don't need that.
What's like the main conflict? It's like the conflict.
The what do you mean? I mean, it's
They blew up the White House, man.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
the general.
I mean,
the
we've seen
general-
that.
the
That's
general
regular.
is
It gets
trying
blown up.
He's getting ready to start running for office. He wants to bring the new Captain America in to work for him. You know what I mean? But of course, he don't really mess with none of the superheroes like that. He just wants to control shit. You know what I mean? And Anthony Mackie ain't the be controlled type. And it's probably some low key, you know.
Actually, Anthony
stuff
Mackie is the
happening.
control type. He's always like the person,
Following the
He's
rules.
always following the
True.
rules.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What?
He's always-
for
he's-
Cap, he was
for-
following the rules.
Cap was following the rules as well, but also Cap was guided by a different principle. Whereas in the series for Captain America, where Anthony Mackie's series, like he had to like learn from the black Captain America, like how to like move on his own accord, versus just like doing what everybody else is telling him to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So you're going to see that though? I'm going to assume.
Yeah, definitely gonna see that.
Of course. Are you a Marvel superhero fan?
So
you
I
didn't name superhero movies.
Well, I didn't get to say that Wanda Maximoff is like my favorite person ever. I wish I was. I am the Scarlet Witch.
Okay.
Literally.
Okay.
So if she's not in it, I'm kind of like, meh. But I love Marvel. Like it's great. They're interesting. They always catch me. But
Yeah.
I'm like, well, Wanda's not in this one, so
It's
She's
fun.
not in it. She's definitely not in this one. Could you guys see yourself playing a superhero? And if so, who would be like your dream casting if you got that role?
Yeah, of course. There's a couple. There's Brother Voodoo.
Oh, okay.
Who ends up taking over for Doctor Strange.
Yep.
And then
I
there's
think he's going to be
He's
in the
thought
fourth.
this through.
and then there's
Yeah.
Gentle.
Because he's naming the off like
Then
the
there's
ones that-
Gentle, who was born in Wakanda. He was born with the X gene. He's like around the X-Men type time. He has to, and has this trauma where he thinks that if he uses his abilities, he's going to die.
Oh, you know your superhero history.
Oh yeah, we own it.
Okay.
I love it.
And it's based off the trauma that he was given by the people of Wakanda and his mother, telling him that he can't use his abilities. They were so scared of him that they tried to tattoo his body in vibranium to keep him within his body. But even though he still gets mad, he then still gets big.
Yeah.
And then the vibranium starts glowing blue. And then he ended up having to leave Wakanda and go to the Professor X Academy, where he had to learn about his abilities. And then Jean Grey is now running Professor X Academy at this time, and she then releases him of that trauma, so therefore he could use his abilities
and be dope.
You should shoot a teaser. You should shoot like a little 5-minute short.
Yeah. It's gonna happen.
To let them know to even think about that.
Yeah.
Right.
What you got?
Okay, so ask me the question one more time.
If there was a casting to play a superhero, who would you like to get casted as?
She just said
superhero?
Wanda Maximoff. I'm the Scarlet Witch.
But they already got Scarlet, So who else? What else? What do we have out there?
I could see myself being like a Black Widow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Definitely.
Can you see? So you would be down to do some action stuff or something? If that was your thing.
I would. As long as I don't pull a muscle or anything.
Oh, you definitely gonna pull a muscle.
Oh, you're gonna be training.
Yeah, you're gonna be training.
I don't stretch much.
You're gonna pull something. Okay. You're not going. I know you're gonna go see it.
I'm going to see it. My take on Marvel right now, just the overall state of Marvel,
what's
is
your overall
like
state?
not
hear this.
what it was,
Okay,
and what it should be. I think they are searching for what the next identity of it is. And this is kind of just one of the experiments in the bucket right now. They're trying different things to see, like, okay, what are we now that that first saga is over, and these experimental films are coming out. Some of them are not really hitting, and maybe this one will be like, okay, that's a spark. Maybe we can build off of this. So I'm hoping this is something that they find that they can build off of. Because right now it's just like they're trying to figure out what are we gonna do next.
I don't have a rebuttal. I'm actually agreeing with him. Like, I don't know if Captain America.
It's not going to be the one. Deadpool Wolverine is going to be the one.
Deadpool Wolverine for sure.
I think that's a one-off.
That's going to be no, because they're in the same. He's in there now, and they're bringing back.
They do little one-offs that's like, okay, this is his own entity. It never really crosses over into the full saga of Avengers.
For Marvel now,
but Avengers is done. Like, it's
right, that's done. So what's next?
It's done. So they're
building back up,
building on the IP to try to figure out what's going to be the new supervillain, because Thanos is probably the best villain.
True, and you got to remember though, Marvel took a lot of hits because a lot of stuff was supposed to revolve around Black Panther, and he passed. Because they were going to start building everything around him. He passed, so they had to switch some things up last minute. Also, it was supposed to be Spider-Man, which was going to start taking the reins, and they was going to start building everything around him. But they hit a little stint with Sony. And them, they couldn't figure out the negotiations, so it kind of messed up what they were planning.
But that's over though.
But it still puts a dent in your
it's
your
like
plans.
An ongoing
you know
battle
what I'm
between
saying?
Marvel and Sony
it's
that
an
will
ongoing,
never end.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And then now Marvel trying to use the other Sony Spider-Man, so they really like it's clashing. And then the main villain was supposed to have been Jonathan Majors, and that happened, and they fired. You know what I mean? So they don't know right now.
That's what I'm saying. They don't know what they're going right now. The direction is kind of cloudy.
Their plans are getting messed up.
The thing is that they are doing Fantastic Four,
and that's going to be the one too. And X-Men are coming out.
I think Fantastic Four is going to be great. Mm-hmm. So with what's homie's name? The villain in Fantastic Four.
Dr. Doom. Yep.
Dr. Doom can take over as the villain
and that'll probably be what it is that'll lead us into Secret Wars and all that. But I can sit here and talk Marvel and superheroes all day.
You guys are such nerds.
Y'all don't want to.
You have to be a nerd about something.
You gotta.
What is it that you're a nerd about?
I guess modeling. I know modeling from the inside out. I've been doing it since I was 17.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get on
and
that.
You know
too.
all kinds of little stuff that regular folks wouldn't even
at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, we wouldn't.
So what do we got?
Nerd about that.
Yeah.
What do we got next, KP? Let's move on to the next.
Let's crack it next. Where we at? What's the next?
I'm excited about this.
Girl, you know. Milli Vanilli story. Do you know who Milli Vanilli is?
Girl, you know.
Yeah.
What happened to Deliverance?
It's coming up. It's next.
Okay.
It's gonna be on there. You don't know Milli Vanilli? You never heard of them? Got in trouble for lip syncing back in the day? The original lip
Doesn't ring a bell
sync.
right now.
My mom told me that story so early in life. She was like,
Just play it, Jay. Play it, Jay.
It's the Tesla key.
Give it to EJ.
We once were the biggest stars on the planet.
ooh.
And you know why?
really surprised you haven't heard of Milli Vanilli. No.
This was a thing, y'all. This was like they were a huge phenomenon.
Yeah.
For lip syncing, bro. They never sung none of their own stuff. I feel like I can't hear it.
Yeah.
This was great, y'all.
You know what? This is good because I don't know the Milli Vanilli story.
Right,
Like
so
that.
this, and none
They were
of us really.
They were huge superstars, and then
Yeah.
they finally got caught that no one knew that they weren't singing. They were lip singing.
That's hilarious. Did they even perform the songs in the studio?
I don't think
I guess we'll find out.
They went on stage one day, they should start messing up.
Yeah, their records,
Such a good- that's a good
their
name
records,
for,
the record
for
skip.
a
Somebody
group.
sabotaged them.
Yeah, they were the
so
first
they
TikTok.
Could get caught. Yeah, they were huge superstars, man.
Oh, that's the nigga that pulled the plug. I'm the producer. He's like, I made them, so therefore, if I don't go, they don't go.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. He set them up. They're on stage. They pull that plug, and it's like, oh, they can't sing.
That's crazy.
Hey, they was performing though.
Yeah, that's
they was
what it was.
performing their butt
They were
off.
the first TikTok, bro.
Wow.
They were TikTok before.
They were-
you know what
they
I
were
mean?
first influencers.
They were the first influencers for
Popping
real.
for nothing.
Yeah, they were cracking. So like, it looks dope.
They're
it looks
hot
like it's a
Tua.
budget. Oh yeah. They're hot too. Turned up for sure. Are you going to watch this?
I am definitely going to watch it just because my mother, like I said, she told me about them when I was little. I know a little bit of the story.
Yeah.
And then, it just said 1986, which was the year my mom graduated. I want to see
Yeah.
what that was like. And
It's just
I think it's going to be
history,
good.
And they don't even talk about them anymore. Like Milli Vanilli never
They
gets
sh-
brought up.
They're
They
disgraced.
should.
Yeah.
They were a disgrace.
Yeah.
They were
I know
disgrace.
nothing about
See,
Milli Vanilli,
and that because they
I'm
don't
gonna
even-
learn it when I
you're
watch this
going
when it
to
comes to
learn
like
it.
Apple TV or something.
It's definitely it's definitely coming to streaming, yeah, for sure. And it looks like it's a low budget behind it, so it looks like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It don't look like a Lifetime bio joint. You know what I mean? You don't like
medium.
it?
Hey, don't hate on Lifetime.
Hey, come on now, come on now. Lifetime be making them. I'm like, come on, man. They don't even be trying. So you don't want that?
I don't care more or less about this film, but
Okay.
I will watch it when it's on streaming.
Oh, it's definitely be on streaming. Okay, we will watch it.
For the nostalgia of the 80s, I guess.
Yeah. Did you watch the
that
Did you watch the
story.
Weird Al movie?
There's a new one?
Yeah.
No, I haven't
That,
seen
Is that
that.
with Daniel
No idea.
Radcliffe?
Yeah, where Harry Potter played him. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
This thing's a Harry Potter.
no, I have not seen that.
You do like Harry Potter,
I
right?
do like. Actually, I didn't care for Harry Potter.
Oh,
My
man.
wife put me onto Harry Potter.
And you love it now.
No, I think Neville Longbottom is better than Harry.
All right, we'll come back to
We
that.
can talk about that, but
Yeah,
like,
we're going to need to because it's getting crazy now. I know you didn't watch Harry Potter. I'm not even going to ask you.
I was guess which saga I was into. Guess.
There's
Lord of the
sagas?
Rings.
Oh
No.
The Long Walk.
You guys are missing it. It was so huge, and you guys make fun of it to this day. It's coming back again. Like the kids, it's been 10 years, so the kids are like, oh my God, this is cool.
Twilight?
Yes, I was a Twilight
Really?
girl.
It's coming back.
It's coming back.
Why?
It don't need.
I don't know. Watching it back is completely ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Twilight was good. It was a
Twilight.
saga.
I did
It was
like
a saga. The last two
you had
movies,
you had to be there.
you had to be there. You
Yeah.
really did.
You had to be there.
Yeah.
You really did.
You hated it.
Did not like it.
I know you did. I get it. I understand. All right, let's check this one out. The Deliverance.
Ooh, I like the title.
It's a horror thriller, like you like.
Yeah, here we go.
Black people.
Before we get started, whatever it says to you, do not listen to it. It will play on your heart, it will play on your mind.
Netflix.
My name
Here we
is
go.
Apostle Maurice James. The other person present is Ebony Jackson, your mother.
The casting here is crazy.
She's amazing.
Which one?
Actually,
That's
both
what
of
I'm
them.
saying. The casting is amazing on this.
I just think it's
Ooh, and it's a true
I
story.
think it's dope that it's a black exorcist film.
Yeah, Monique and Lee Daniels reunited.
Glenn Close. Come on
Glenn
now.
Close. I'm
What
trying
is
to
Glenn
tell
Close
you.
wearing? Where?
I'm trying to tell you the casting.
Oh yeah.
To Deliverance.
I will be
I
seated.
watch
We
that.
are in there. We are
that?
in
Yeah,
there.
I'm watching that. When that drops, I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Right away.
Right away. I'm
Get
getting
the
crib.
popcorn.
Do you think it's gonna do well?
Yeah, it's gonna do well.
It'll be in the top
It's a
10.
horror. It's a horror,
It's
like
on,
a serious
it's on
horror.
Netflix. It'll be number one.
It's a serious horror starring an all black cast, where we don't really see that.
I've never I've never seen it.
Yeah.
A good one. I've
But
never seen
Blackening was
good
like a
one.
comedy that did
Absolutely.
really well.
That was a
Black
horror
That was a
comedy.
comedy.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say the same thing. Like, I don't think we've seen.
No, we've
That.
never
Even
never
anything
seen
like
a
that.
real horror.
Even if
with
you
black
want to
people.
go Vampires in Brooklyn,
Yep.
like it was
Still
all black
comedy.
cast, but it was still comedy.
Still comedy.
Yeah.
we
You know
got
what
we
I'm
make we make horror comedies. We haven't really dug into like a big
Serious.
budget
Yeah.
horror joint.
What was that? Amari Hardrick did.
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know
It
what
was-
you're trying to say, but
it was
no.
some Haitian
That-
stuff
that-
going
yeah,
on,
that
some
was-
voodoo
it was a
stuff
no.
going on.
That was a no. That was a no.
Straight from the source.
It was like
That
some,
was enough.
it was some new. Yeah, it was
That
some-
was bad. It was like I want to be skeleton.
Oh,
Key.
okay.
Oh,
Okay, we got.
I want to be skeleton
Get
key.
Out.
but
We
not
got
really
us.
skeleton key.
Get out.
Those
No,
are
Annabella,
horrors.
no.
Yeah, no.
They. You seen? They have they. They have this, them. Yeah, them. Is that?
Nah, like this is gonna be it.
This is gonna be this is actual horror.
These
Mine
were
wasn't
all
scared.
like talking pieces, like
Yeah.
social commentaries. Like Get Out was a social commentary. Us was a social commentary.
Yes.
Ma was
Yeah, slashers.
They have a
right.
series. I think it's on Prime. That's like.
The one I watched from is
Blackening
one,
was
From-
like
From.
a
Have you
comedy
seen-
horror.
but it's not black.
you seen
though.
From?
From is good. The first two seasons is
Yes,
good.
sir.
The first 2 seasons is good.
Yep.
My problem is like we don't know what's going on.
Absolutely.
And that's like really starting to
Absolutely.
aggravate.
New season about to come out too. I'm excited for it. That's it.
What else?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Bones, get that off my screen right now. Okay?
Yeah.
Get that piece of
I'm here for that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here for this.
Glenn
This-
Close.
this
I
I'm
haven't
watching
seen
that.
Glenn Close in a long time. First of all, that's just dope that she just came off of that. And then you can't see it, but the homie from Stranger Things is in there
Yeah.
too. Caleb, who plays Luke in Stranger Things. Like it's a dope cast. Lee Daniels always does his thing.
Yeah.
Monique is back. She's powerful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say her name wrong.
Andrea Day.
Andrea, yeah.
Andrea Day.
Phenomenal.
Audra, is it?
Andrea.
Andrea, he know it. He
Andrea?
Andrea Day, yeah.
Yeah. What was another one she was in off the top? I know you know off the top.
She was in this like old school
Yeah, she played.
where she was a singer.
Yeah, she played.
The story didn't really make sense, but it
she
was
played
really
a
good.
she played a true character.
Yeah.
Something
It was
recent.
it was like
Billy-
Billy English.
Billie Holiday. She played Billie Holiday.
Oh, that's
She played Billie
Billie
Holiday. It was a
Eilish.
good story. No, she played Billie Holiday. It was
If
a good.
she played Billie Eilish, give her an Oscar now.
Facts.
No, I think she was nominated for the
Transformation.
Billie Holiday film. I think
Was
she was
she?
nominated for that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Billie Holiday.
It was Billie Holiday. It was
Yeah.
it was a great.
She did
film.
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was in it.
Nice. Okay, well, we're going to see that. That's locked and loaded, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, now we like to go on up here into our next little thing here, Hollywood Hot Seat. Pretty simple, okay? It's pretty simple. We got a couple things that might be going on in Hollywood, news related. Brandon kind of updates us a little bit. Y'all might know some stuff too that we don't know, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's when we like to take the time, dig into that, and then we like to dive.
United
we like to
States
dive
versus
into
Billie
y'all
Holiday.
as well.
That was fire.
You know what I mean?
Perfect.
Billie Holiday, that was the one.
Yeah,
Okay.
United States versus Billie Holiday. Check that out when you get a chance.
I sure
that was
shall.
pretty good.
It's
Man,
nothing crazy.
this list is stupid today.
It's stupid today? You didn't
let's-
see old girl with the national anthem?
Ingrid Andress
You didn't see that?
sang the national anthem.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to call sing, I don't know,
Did you see
horribly. I did see
I
it.
did not see that.
Can
It
we,
was.
do we have it?
It was like I don't even want to give any more attention to that nonsense. it was
okay.
just
Oh,
like
no.
It was just like, why did she do? For me, I felt like she was trolling.
No.
She says that
What?
she was drunk. I felt like she was doing that on purpose. I'm like, okay.
Wait, can I see this?
My initial reaction. Pull that up, please. Pull it up right here. My initial reaction when I saw it, I'm like, oh, she's trolling. She's trying to get attention. She knows that this will go viral because she's saying it so bad. It's like you singing it bad like that on purpose.
Nah.
Yeah, cover your ears, hide your kids.
Oh my God. She's a Grammy nominated artist.
That's why I feel like she was doing that on purpose.
She said she was. Why would you do that? Why would you embarrass yourself on purpose?
Virality.
It gets worse. It gets worse.
Oh, you say
It keeps getting worse.
I doubt she did this on purpose.
thank you. Yeah.
It keeps getting worse. Okay, what do you eat?
She was drunk. What?
She doing that on purpose.
Can I see what she looks like? I don't even remember what she looks like.
Okay, I'm gonna say that she's really drunk. Because as a singer myself, drinking, depending on how much she drank, it really can mess up your voice.
It can mess up your voice, but she was doing extra stuff. It was just like, bro, you know what you're doing.
What you thinking? What you thinking?
You know what
over
you're
here?
doing.
So bad.
Yeah.
I was like, yo,
Worse
why
than
would
Fergie.
you even come? No, yeah,
that's worse than Fergie.
That's worse than Fergie.
Fergie was trying.
Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, it can't be.
Why'd you
You're
even
not-
get up there if you're that drunk?
Yeah, like you should have been like, I
you
don't
gotta
feel
go
good.
business.
Because the check is
Nah.
already cashed. If you go, you know what I mean? You can't, somebody has to do the national anthem. You have to do
Yeah.
it.
She should have
Anybody,
called, she should
my
have called a
assistant
friend.
could do
Like,
it.
hey, she should have phoned a friend to do it for her.
I agree.
And be like, yo, I'm
She
putting
should have
someone on.
Milli Vanilli
But
that joint.
that liquid confidence, she was drunk. She probably like, look, I still got it. And got up there. She started crying right after too, because she knew.
Yeah.
God,
Show
that
me the
was
video of her
bad.
crying. That
She
would
cried. She immediately,
That
as
would've
soon
been
as
more
she finished,
patriotic.
it was over. We don't have to talk about this, but it was just big news.
Why did you put these things on here that you know I don't want to talk about?
Was it Trump assassination?
Yeah.
Oh, number 2 is crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to.
I'm glad.
It's news. You gotta say
I'm glad.
something.
I'm glad that no. Well, I guess somebody did get hurt.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I'm glad no one got hurt.
Someone did get hurt. I do feel like it was staged. And
Thank you. I just
but
wanna
at the
see
same
how you
time,
felt.
It's like it's still a fucked up situation. If it was staged, it's still a shitty situation to put other people in.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think it was staged?
How
I
do I
just
think
want
it
to see
was
somebody
staged?
else's perspective. Yeah, like why? Like what would make you think
Well,
that?
people were talking about how he's never been to war, how he's never did this, how he's never he doesn't care about the military, he doesn't care about that. And then something like this happens, which would make, and then you see like people try to kill me, and now you see I've been through something because he's never really been through anything outside of like financial issues. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like this is like a real thing that he could be. Something that can happen, so it's a scary situation if he did stage it.
First of all, did you see it like real time when it was happening? What show? You don't have to go too deep into it, but just
I was actually on my phone, and then I saw something on Twitter, and it was like 10 minutes ago, Donald Trump was shot, and I was like, what? I called my mom into the room, and we were just watching the video, and she was like, oh my God, that's not going to stop him from being president, though. She's voting for Trump, guys. My mom is voting for Trump.
Okay.
My godmother, not my biological mom.
Okay.
I just want to shout that out.
Yeah.
But I have gone back and forth on whether I think it's staged. Now, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I think that somebody just kind of lost their mind, especially when you hear the information about who the shooter was. I think he kind of just lost his mind, and Donald Trump got really, really lucky. You know what I mean? It grazed his ear. He was protected by God or whoever he believes in. I don't know.
he believes. Yeah. It's just crazy. That 20-year-old kid, I was like, out of it. This
I can
dude.
see both sides of how it could have been staged and how it could have been real, and it's just like we'll never know.
Okay. You know,
What's not on here that I have to talk about? I don't know why it's not on here.
what is it?
Tyler Perry
Oh, okay.
released
Okay.
Divorce in the Black.
Okay.
It is number 1 in the world.
He doing this on purpose.
I love it.
He doing this on purpose because he and I ain't
I
gonna,
love it.
I ain't gonna. Okay.
I love it.
Why you
What
know
it-
what? You know what?
You know. Okay.
Huh?
Did you watch that movie?
I'm forbidden until I sit down with my family. But
Okay.
You gotta sit down with your family and watch this movie. Why?
Did you see the movie?
Why?
I
People
saw it.
are
Can you
having
give me-
watch.
can you
People are
give me
having
your-
watch parties
Can you-
to watch this.
My favorite part in the movie was
Yes, his favorite.
And
part.
don't spoil it,
my
because she
favorite
hasn't
part
seen
in the
it.
movie. I'm not gonna spoil it. My
Okay.
favorite part in the movie was, oh my God, I need help. all right, I'll be there in an hour and 30 minutes. Like, are you shitting me?
They kept going. They kept that 2 hour.
The whole time I'm sitting there with my wife, I'm like, wait, they live an hour and 30 minutes away in Atlanta. Like, how are they getting from Atlanta to
wherever
the other town so
Diamond,
quick?
right? Is that Diamond, right? Diamond's name?
Yeah. I'm like, how
Diamond was moving. That nigga got gas money for
I'm like,
days.
how is he getting from here to there? And then it was crazy. It was crazy. But I thoroughly enjoyed it the whole time. When I'm sitting there with my family, we're watching this, like you will do with your family.
Explain this.
Wait, don't spoil it. Oh,
when you're sitting there the whole time, you have there's a dialogue that's happening. There's a conversation happening about every scene about either this may be like, oh, this happened to me when I was in another relationship, something like this happened to me, or oh, I got a crazy auntie that she might do something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the whole time it was like, oh, why are you doing that? When you yelling at the TV like, girl, why are you doing that, girl?
Because we do this, like we've been doing this too much.
I watched it with a group of people, like in the theater with a group of people. And it was the funniest and most entertaining experience I've ever had in my life. Like,
and
not in a good way.
In a good way. In a good way. You leave there feeling good.
You're like, are you shitting me? This can't be real. Even just the first scene when you open up in the whole thing, you're like,
first scene is crazy.
Are you? This is out of control.
I don't know how you have not seen this on
also,
TikTok
like,
or
we just don't understand the backstory of a lot of these characters that they're trying to like drop in.
But now we
from
want
other
it.
people.
Now we want it. Now they can do the prequel on that family.
They should never do that. We don't want.
They shouldn't.
Do you guys think there should be like a trigger warning on this movie? Is it like
it's a slight trigger warning
if you've been
for
in an
domestic
abusive
violence?
relationship, like
abusive relationship.
But it's Tyler Perry. You know what you're going to get when you go watch something. They're going to be like that.
Tyler Perry had fun writing this. He had a lot of fun writing this.
And that's the beauty of cinema.
He just said fuck it.
That's the beauty of cinema. You have fun.
Absolutely.
You have fun writing it. You know when you write certain things that you're going to trigger a reaction from the folks.
And that's
what I get a kick out of when I'm making film too.
And that's why it's trending, because like people are going to keep talking about it because it is.
Yeah.
Does that make it a good movie?
No, it doesn't make it a good movie.
Okay. That's our discussion that we had.
It doesn't make it a good movie.
It makes it a good movie to him.
Dolomite wasn't a good movie. Dolomite wasn't a good movie, but it was very entertaining.
I like Dolomite,
but it was very entertaining. So therefore, that's what makes it a good. It's so bad it's good.
I think it's subjective to what you think is a good movie. I think that a good movie is when if you were getting the reaction out of folks that you intended to get, or you're making folks laugh and scream,
making people feel,
and have a reaction. You're making folks have a reaction. You're making folks feel something. You're making folks walk out of there happier than when they walked in there. You're making them forget about they crazy boss at work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're making folks entertained. And when you write a film that entertains, I can watch a good film and I'm like, oh man, I halfway fell asleep in that. But it was good.
No.
It was good. It was a good.
What's the film that you watched?
It was a good that person. I could tell I could tell that person went to USC or New York Film Academy.
Oh, the one it was a sleeper. I fell asleep.
Which one?
Dune. I did not like.
So not every time that a good movie has to be like a by the book university, USC, New York Film Academy, Juilliard.
It doesn't.
Right.
Good film, good quality cinema. Like this is good cinema because it speaks directly to the audience.
The audience was entertained.
It speaks directly to a certain audience.
If you can forget about what's going on in your day-to-day life and you're actually sucked in, and you're like, oh wow, an hour and a half, 2 hours just passed. That's a good movie.
Right.
We
were sucked in.
Yeah, like the only reason why I even watched it is because I was with a group of people.
Yeah.
If I was by myself, I wouldn't have turned it on. I would have never turned it on.
Yeah, I turned it on because people was over. I was like, well, let me just throw this on. And we ended up watching it. And I was like, okay, y'all. But we all had the same consensus.
I was thoroughly entertained of how ridiculous it was.
Absolutely.
I think we like that. I think we're afraid to admit that we like, quote unquote, not good stuff.
What? People in general or black people?
And we say that it's not good because technically it's not. The technicalities of it are not good. But it's good to us because that's the kind of stuff that we like to sit around and watch with our community.
I don't do that.
You just had a watch party with your friends.
No,
she's planning a watch party with her friends.
I went to a screening.
Yeah.
I went to a screening. That's the reason why.
Yeah.
Other than that, like if it wasn't at the screening, I would never have turned it on.
So you're not a fan of Tyler Perry movies?
No, I'm not really a fan of Tyler Perry movies. Like
I
watch.
I just wanted another nigga to say it first.
Yeah. I'm not really a fan of Tyler Perry movies.
I am. So.
I am too.
I'll give him like his first two. Yeah,
absolutely.
I watched those.
Diary of a Mad Black
But
Woman.
everything else after that, I don't really care for.
You don't like For Colored Girls?
They're not for us though. That's kind of what I think we have to be. Like I don't think Tyler Perry's making movies for black men. It's really a lot for black women. Acrimony, I didn't even watch.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Like I'm a fan of him.
I'm a fan of him.
I'm a fan of him.
We want you to know that, Tyler. We a fan of you.
We love you, Tyler.
I love what you do.
I'm a fan of him, but like the movies that he has made after Medea and stuff like that, like I don't really care for.
I feel like he doesn't try as much anymore.
Like he needs to.
And that's why he doesn't need to.
He has a baked-in audience.
Yep.
He has a baked-in audience for anything and everything he does.
Absolutely.
And he can never go wrong.
He can't.
I have to ask, how do you guys think Megan is one of my acquaintances, and I go as far as to call her a friend.
Nice.
How do you think she did?
Her performance was phenomenal.
She's great.
Yeah.
It was
her
phenomenal.
and Corey
like
were solid.
The acting was. That's why I'm like, what are people talking about? The acting in that film was great.
It was
You don't gotta like
good. Yeah.
Everything was one dimensional.
You don't have to like the story. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the characters that they played.
Don't.
Like Corey was believable.
Mm-hmm.
He made me believe that. You know what I'm saying? Who he was.
He looks like a bad guy.
Megan, even though we don't have to agree with how the character was written, but she played it well.
Give it to me. Give it to me. I want it all. I love it. Because this is what I deal with. This is what we deal with.
All the characters are one dimensional. I didn't feel like anything. It went anywhere with anything. And it has nothing to do. It has to do more so with the writing, but also
I'm talking about the writing. I'm talking about the acting.
It also has to do with the fact that they had zero time to actually prepare and do the type of role they needed to do. So it's like it's a running gun. It's shot because
it was only shot like 3
weeks.
Yeah.
So like, there's no way you're actually gonna get in depth moments, and also you're not gonna get multiple takes like that to actually really get to the nitty gritty. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the performances are kind of forced and phoned in. So therefore, it can move the story along.
It's just a difference in philosophy. I think that's almost better. It's like being on a stage, and it's like, okay, I'm on a stage. We only get one shot at this Broadway
but the thing
performance.
Is, on stage, you're rehearsing these things week after week after week after week after week before we get on stage. Mm-hmm. And then then you do the performance. But with this, it's like, all right, cool, you got the job, you got paid, and now you got the job, and then you're going to read the script probably like a month.
Yeah.
And then once you start working with your person, I don't know how their rehearsals work. So I've never been on Tyler Perry production.
Yeah.
So like, once the rehearsals start, you're supposed to workshop the thing with each other because you don't know other person's objectives in the scene and what they're trying to convey or what they're trying to do. So then it becomes a volley when you're playing. But if you only had like one take, you're probably not going to get it until like later on.
Yeah.
So you need time to be able to play with each other and volley one another to do it. So if they're not meeting before set to work on it, and I doubt they even had time because I'm pretty sure they worked like 12-hour days. Mm-hmm. They worked like 12-hour days. So once they're done, they go home and try to remember what they can remember as they're on the in the makeup chair to shoot the next day. Yeah. So you're not really given time to prepare for the work, and you are kind of have to just wing it on a lot of things, which then brings a lot of the performative stuff. Like it's performative.
I'm with like a little bit of balance of what you're saying, like a little bit of like, you know, we have to get the work in, we have to get the rehearsals in, we have to like, you know what I'm saying, be able to build some chemistry with our scene partners. But at the same time, I like the authenticity of like not being so prepared that we're so rehearsed. You know what I'm saying?
Want to be surprised. Yes, you want to be surprised, but even in the rehearsal, when you get on set, you're still going to be surprised because a person's not going to hold that same feeling over and over again. It changes every time. Your inflection, your tone, the way you talk is going to change all the time. Because you're gonna make it fresh for yourself.
Do you feel that at the level that Tyler Perry is at, that all of that kind of shit should be done? Like, it should be no question. Like, it should be ran like that. People should be having the time
because he's at the peak of the industry.
He's at the peak. So like,
why cut these corners?
I understand why he doesn't cut those corners. Why he cuts those corners, because it's like time is money.
He's paying for it out of his own pocket.
Yeah, exactly. It takes a lot of time, and he's trying to push this stuff out. Because like we push out, like basically when we used to do Vine videos and all this stuff like that, content, they're trying to push out this content. Mm-hmm. He's just doing it on a higher level because of the finances involved. But at the same time, like when you write something, if you know who you want, give them the space to rehearse before and like walk through it, and then show up on set, and then have all your cameras rolling. Because I'm pretty sure he has 1,000 cameras up. To like catch whatever he needs to catch and then just move on. Because I love wonders. So I get that. But at the same time, when you're doing multiple, you have to have at least like multiple takes on the shots.
So this is a good segue.
Yeah, because
this is a good segue. How was it on Insecure? How did Issa run the operation there? How did that? And I know it's different because we're on TV now and that's film we're talking about. But how
it's the same thing.
So like, how was that? And how did you prepare for your character when you were given a script?
When I'm given a script, like I take the script and I break it down, like my intentions and what I want, and then what am I here for? What do I want? What am I trying to do? And then when you get on set, they allow you to run it. Rehearse it together before block it for the blocking. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you rehearse it together, and then they start shooting it. And then as I'm going, I'm finding new things to inspire myself by the way the other person's saying it or the other person's coming in. So therefore, I can then we're now playing with each other. So it comes off more authentic, and it feels kind of improv in those moments because of how playful everybody is on set.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys are shooting multiple episodes in a. I mean, I don't know how many weeks.
Some of them. Sometimes it's block shooting. Okay. Sometimes it's block shooting, but not every time it's block shooting. It's like we're shooting this episode.
Okay.
For these next couple weeks, we're shooting this episode.
Got you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you watch Insecure?
I did, and I just had a conversation about it last night. Funny enough. So, which character are you? Because I'm going to tell.
Issa's brother.
You're Issa's brother. Yeah. I can't wait to go home and text my friend, like, "Oh my God, guess who I was just in the studio with?"
Because your character was gay on the show.
Yeah.
How was it getting into that role?
It was more so like it was easy. Honestly, it was more so me doing the research and then figuring out how I wanted to be. How I wanted to do it.
Yes.
Because I can't think about everybody else, because a lot of your homies, if you're telling your homies, talking about it, like, yeah, you playing gay to yourself?
Yeah, I have a question.
But like,
ask it.
No, let him finish, but I'm going to ask.
But yeah, it's more so like, all right, let me figure out how I'm going to do it and how I want to portray this character.
Right.
And then they just allowed me to play in that regard. And my whole thing was just to make sure he's grounded. And it's also, a lot of people saying about he's gay. I'm like, yeah, but it's not about his sexuality.
It's not
his
about
sexuality. The
way you play the character is not about his sexuality.
Yeah, it's not about his sexuality, and he's not over sexualized at that too. The way they wrote it, so he's a person before anything.
I appreciated that, because it's not a lot of times where you see a gay character. It's almost like a token gay character, so they have to play like this. They have to play like a stereotypical type of gay person. And I appreciated that you're showing other elements of like, okay, there's not just like one type of gay character that we can see, it's what you won't even know that he's gay some of the times unless you know what I'm saying, unless unless you ask.
He was having,
it's like more. I like that you use the word grounded. Like there's more to the character than just like, oh, he's just gonna come in just to be the gay person.
Right. What was your question?
That it pretty much answered it. I wanted to like ask your experience as far as how you decided to play the character. Because there are so many stereotypes you could have went with. What was it written that you weren't supposed to be stereotypical, or was it like you kind of had creative freedom to?
I had creative freedom. They gave me a little creative freedom. And the writing was so good on the show that allowed you to just be you.
Yeah.
And just live it. And it's like a what if.
And you're a writer too.
Yeah, I'm a writer too.
So were you able to kind of put in your own stuff or switch some things around?
It helps me like in my thinking process and like my thought process for the character. But also it's like why is when we're talking about gay characters, it's always about their sexuality. They're much more than that.
Right.
We're always like, he's gay, so like he has to be. No, he's a person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need to like harp on what I do in my bedroom, on what's happening in my room. Yeah. Like, you don't ask a straight person like, oh, so you're straight, so like how much, like, you know, like you don't have that conversation. So why do we have to have that conversation when it comes to a person being gay? You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like it gave you more respect for like the gay community? Do you feel like you're like, oh, okay?
Yeah, I feel like it was always the same for me anyways. Like, people are people. I really didn't really care about what you do in your home. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really care. So, like, people are people. Now, the DMs are crazy.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, how's your reception being from the gay community?
Yeah, the DMs were crazy because I was getting all types of images and pictures in my DM. And I was like, oh, so this is what it feels like to be a woman. Okay, got it.
Is that your wife?
Yeah.
Oh, she's so beautiful. Shout out to your wife. What's her name?
Randall.
Shout out to Randall.
Nice.
Yeah.
Come on, girl. You better smile.
And you have another project too. You have a couple different
He
ones.
has a show that's
I
out.
have my own show.
It's on All Black.
Send Help was on All Black.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's I show ran that, and I produced it and wrote it, and I starred it as well.
So what was it like being like transitioning from, acting into being a showrunner, writer, producer, creator of the Send Help?
It's crazy. It was a lot.
Yeah.
It taught me there's a lot of jobs that I won't do again, like in conjunction with everything else that I'm doing. Like, I'm not going to be a showrunner and then what to call the actor, and then I'm going to produce, and I'm going to direct, and I'm going to do all that stuff and write it as well. Like, I'm not going to do all that anymore.
Yeah.
But it was a nice exercise in learning all the tools it takes into creating a show and all the back end stuff that happens when you are creating a show. Especially like when you're finishing and like the turning over of the deliverables. That is the most tedious, annoying process.
And you
of
need
creating
someone else to help you with that.
Somebody for sure. Yeah.
And like clearing music for the show.
Send Help. Okay, Courtney Taylor.
So what advice would you give to like other writers, aspiring to become showrunners or get into that world of like getting a show picked up?
One, shoot your proof of concept because the proof of concept will open more doors for you. And then just keep it small. Like, just do like a scene that kind of like tells a story, it kind of grabs it, or just do like a trailer that encompasses the show, and then send that and use that to send it out. But have like your one sheet ready and have your outline of what the show is going to come out. That will help you when you get in the room next to you know what you're talking about, so you could talk about that from there. Another thing you can do is create like a writer's room and like have like a writer partner who's actually better at writing than you. Like, my better person was Mike. Yeah. Because Mike would be able to like navigate certain conversations that I wouldn't be able to navigate as an actor and the creator of whose story by. So I'm more emotionally attached to the story, whereas Mike is not super emotionally attached to the story, but he is a big component of why the show became what it is, because he dug deep into like me and extrapolating stories that we can use for the show that then translated to like other people feeling like, oh, I feel seen. I feel like this, you're talking about me. I feel like this is a moment that I'm really experiencing. Yeah. Or what I'm going through, like living in LA, trying to be there for my family, but also like trying to balance life and work and also dealing with the grief of loss of someone that was like holding our family together.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
How's the Haitian community receiving this show?
They love the Mummy character. Yeah. They love the generations, the second generation of Haitian, which is the niece who doesn't speak Creole, and she's trying to like, and they have like the generational gap between the niece and the grandmother, how Fritz speaks to his mom, how he speaks to his niece, and then also they like the relationship aspect of the story between Fritz and his love triangle trying to figure that whole thing out, and also the friend dynamic that he has with his group of friends.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Will we get a season 2?
We're working on it. We're figuring it out.
Yeah. Coming from film, coming from a narrated show, you reality TV.
Yeah.
First of all, what season of America's
Cycle 24.
Cycle 20. How many did it do?
24.
24. She was on the final season. She was on the final season of America's Next Top Model.
On the last season?
Yes, I actually refused to go on the show if they didn't have Tyra Banks on it.
I can see that. I can see
that. It wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be the same. And who would you even get to, be that
Well, they
person?
had Rita Ora, which no shade to her, but I was like, all the shade. What do you know about modeling, girl?
No. So give me that breakdown of being on set for something like that's that big, because America's Next Top Model is.
It's crazy. I did it when I was in my early 20s. Okay. I am now 30 years old.
Look at
and
that.
I'm still like riding
I thought you were still in your early 20s, girl.
Oh, I think it's skincare, guys.
Skincare.
Lots of water.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, what was the question?
How was that being on set for reality TV?
It was I always use the word life altering. It was very life altering. I went from being a little girl to a woman at that time, and I really started figuring out who I was, and I saw character flaws in myself. There's nothing like being blasted on television to like see like, oh, like I have this issue. You know what I mean? Or like, oh. So it was overwhelming in a lot of ways, and I think that I went into survival mode when I was shooting the show.
What do you mean survival mode?
I mean, like, you don't really have time to like look in the mirror or like chat and sit down and have a moment to relax. You're constantly being worked. Like my longest set day was 19 hours, and you're shooting with a camera all day in your face. So you're like, can I go to the bathroom? You can't even really go to the bathroom alone. The cameras are like right outside waiting for you. And then there's microphones in the bathroom.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah. Oh, they're going to say, no, there wasn't. Yes, there was. We found them. We found them.
Okay.
Yeah. So you couldn't even like, and then you're living with, the process started with like 300 girls or something. They narrow it down from that. It starts with thousands and thousands. Yeah. Then they get to like 300. Then they get to like 100. Then they get to like 50. And then it just keeps shrinking and shrinking and shrinking until you get to the final 15 that get into the house.
Wow.
So you go like, I was casted. I was talking to them for probably like 6 months, 6 to 9 months before
you got to the house.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like a long process. And then, you're just with all these different personalities. You take a quiz.
It's a lot.
You see psychiatrists, and they give your people who are like skilled on giving you tests, 800 questions. They figure out exactly what your personality type is. So they do that so they know who to put you with. You know what I mean?
Like a mesh.
Like Rio's I'm type A. So I'm a type A personality. They're putting me with people who are like type C. That way we're like, we're going to have a problem. Yeah. But I'm very competitive. That's part of the type A personality. So I was down to do it, but it really was overwhelming. It taught me a lot about what kind of people I do and don't like, what I like about myself and what I don't like about myself. And then, what comes along with public attention and public perception. They do edit the show down a lot. So a lot of what was seen was sometimes taken out of context.
Yeah.
How have you been received since leaving there? Like,
my God.
What are the audience's perspective of you?
Well, I will say Marie Claire did an article on me. I made it into the top 40 or no, top 24. They did one for every season, 1 or 2 for every season. I made it on the list of like the best top models of all time.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So I was like, I start off as an angel. Without giving the show away. I start off as like an angel. Everybody loves me. Like there's Rio.
Who did you conflict with?
Oh.
Everybody.
There's a whole episode where I have a meltdown.
Were you the troublemaker on the show?
I think some people, no. I don't think I was a troublemaker. I think people they wanted to see me as a villain. Okay. They wanted to see me like, oh, she said this, so she's like that. Mind you, I was dealing with an eating disorder at the time. The show, I'm not going to say the show gave me an eating disorder. Oh, yeah. But I was so, like, I have to work out 5 days a week, and I was 5'10", 115 pounds. I was so focused on keeping that I would say things out of my ass that I didn't necessarily mean, and then they would get edited together, and it made me look like a terrible person. Like, I think
that's how they do you.
Yeah, some people thought I was like fat phobic, and I'm like, I'm not fat phobic. Like my sister thick as hell. Both my sisters thick as hell.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Give me like how thick?
like thick, like
Okay,
good thick too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never had a problem with anybody's weight. I don't care as long as you're healthy and you love yourself. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I was so wrapped up in like me, like I can't be over 130 pounds or I'm fat.
So the viewers took it as like, oh, she probably be out here fat shaming because
yeah, it was rough.
Did Tyra ever give you any dope advice or any kind of words of wisdom, anything of that magnitude?
Yeah, so when I first walked in for the judges panel, the very first day when you sit down, you meet the judges, she was like, oh my God, you look exactly like my son. She goes, I don't know if I want you to do this because you just remind me so much of him. And I kind of knew, I was like, oh, I'm going to be a little favorite. You know what I mean? Like I remind her of somebody that she's close to and that she loves. And then when I got I don't want to give it away, but I don't win. I do not win America's Next Top Model.
It's aired, right?
It's airing, yeah.
It's airing now?
It's some countries haven't even seen it yet. Like it's still premiering, I guess. There's a big fight between apparently Viacom and VH1 to release it on like streaming services. But
they'll figure it out when
they're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
But she had told me when I left, she was like, you know what, you don't need to worry. You know, you have it. You look amazing. You are amazing. Like, she pulled me aside. And it really made the difference to me because I don't feel like she showed me favoritism. Yeah. But I definitely feel like she was like, don't sweat this. Don't sweat that you didn't make it all the way through. Yeah. You know, you might not even want to. There's something greater waiting for you.
So when did you guys film that? I felt like that was it.
I filmed it in, this is crazy, I filmed it in 2017, like the latter end, and then it came out in 2018.
Okay, yeah,
it's aired.
Yeah. But they're still fighting over, like I said, getting it on streaming services.
Is there a celebrity or a person of influence in mind that gave you some encouraging words of wisdom or something that was just like this, kind of like how Tyra pulled her off to the side? Naturally, I'm going to assume it was Issa, but I just feel like you've been around so many people that you've been in these rooms and you've had these different relationships and conversations. That can
I remember Zen Lounge?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I used to go there a lot. And I met Brohim there. Brohim, Evil Dave Chappelle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I asked him, and it was like the time when I was like going to Play House West, and I was asking him like, what's your moment before when you enter a scene? Like, how do you think of your moments before you enter a scene? He said, I can't tell you that, but the fact that you're asking those questions just means that you're going to be doing all right. Because the moment before when you walk into a scene allows you to ground yourself, so therefore you don't walk in empty. So you can actually perform and just be present in what's happening and just take whatever happens there. So that was like an affirming information.
I can see that.
And then on top of like when I was creating Send Help, I spoke to Issa several times and she was like, don't let people bully you and don't do anything you don't want to do when it comes to your show.
Yeah.
So that was like some information I got
keep
from
it
her.
true to your idea and what you have going. Don't let anybody switch that up. Did they try that?
Of course, always. that's just the process. That's just the nature of the business because executives want. Here's the thing: like when you're creating a project, if you're creating it by yourself, like it's all you. But once you start putting other people in it and other people are putting money up, they want the best for their project as well. But they also have ideas on what makes it the best.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
So at that point, you have to, now it becomes a collaboration and you have to figure out what you can let go. It's because it's your ego and stuff like that, and like what you think is good. But then again, they also have ideas and they've been doing it for a very long time. So you have to figure out what is a real note that's going to help the project and what's a note that's going to just change the whole project altogether. And you have to use your discernment to like figure that whole thing out.
Is there one you can give us from that?
Let me think.
They do, that's filmmaking.
Yeah,
that's the business. That's the business. People with that money, they like, look, I like what you're doing, but
there was a conversation in the creation of Send Help about a character, right, that was just supposed to be a one-off, just for like the first episode, and it was that script got sent to the network, and it wasn't supposed to be sent to the network. And then when the network read that, they loved it. They loved it, and they're like, let's bring this character all the time, and let's thread this character throughout the season. I'm like, nah, that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, who this person we could get for this person? But like, I'm not trying to do that. This was just a bit.
Yeah.
That speaks to culture now, but not something that I wanted to like
be a staple
in the show. Yeah. And I have like people like Mike who was able to have a conversation, and then we were able to like figure out how to maneuver around that. So therefore, it didn't change the dynamic of the show, and it just that way we could keep the integrity of what we wanted, what we were trying to create.
Yeah.
So that was like one situation like that, and then there's also casting stuff too. That always happens.
It's a lot
of
back,
like
trying
to figure out your cast.
Yeah. Were you
for
very
a project.
involved in that?
Yeah, I was involved. I was involved with everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was involved with everything. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
You want to get into the list?
Since we talking about shows, Bet on Black. Okay.
Bet on Black.
Everybody, your top 5 black shows in the past few years, not all time, just like as of late.
Okay.
Okay. As of late.
Okay.
You know, you got a couple in mind. You want to give me your 5?
I already see some.
It don't gotta be in the order. You can just give me 5. Tell me why. What you thinking?
All right. Queen Charlotte.
Okay.
Obviously, just such a good show.
Okay.
The production of it, the costumes, the drama of it all.
You love it. You love it.
P-Valley.
Okay.
I used to work in a strip club.
Did you?
A few of them.
Okay.
A few of them.
Bartending?
And I'm not going to say my role.
Oh, okay.
I played a few different roles. Let's just leave it there. I'm going to put it on the... And I made sure, like, you would never know that it was me working in the strip clubs. I was always in wigs and, like, heavy makeup, like, totally trying to disguise myself.
You live life.
You the only light-skinned, pretty-eyed girl in there. Now. Come on now. Is that Rio up there?
No. Trust me, I was like... No, my name was Ace. Well, I just kind of gave it away. If you knew Ace, hey, how y'all doing? But P-Valley is really interesting to me because it's strip club culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen P-Valley.
I watched a couple episodes of P-Valley. It wasn't my cup of tea.
Okay.
No.
I felt like it was just Players Club.
I was wondering why it stopped. But I was kind of into P-Valley.
I think it was because of COVID. I think they had like COVID complications.
After COVID, they never came back.
Well, they're supposed to be coming back.
I thought they were. Okay, what else we got?
They're still coming.
Abbott Elementary. It's just so funny. It's so lighthearted.
Okay,
And I love an ABC comedy.
Nice.
Okay. Lovecraft Country. I caught it at the tail end, right before it got canceled. But I think that's I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on.
I love those kind of shows. Okay.
And let's see. Oh. Insecure. Whenever I sit down and watch it.
Don't say that because he right here.
No, I'm not. Whenever I sit down and watch it, I'm like, this is so LA. Like, this is what it is to be.
It's definitely LA.
So, like, LA culture, being a black person or a person of color in the city, like, it totally captures that. And then, I think that was that
That's
fine?
fine. That's fine.
Okay, yeah.
Give me yours. I want to go.
Abbott Elementary.
Oh, he got them already. Okay.
Because while she was talking, I was like looking at this.
Yeah.
Abbott Elementary because it's so lighthearted and funny, and Quint is amazing. Lovecraft Country at the start of the season, when it got to the later half, I kind of like didn't really care for it that much. Insecure, of course.
Naturally.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's got to plug himself, guys.
Shoot, I could plug myself again. Rap shit.
Yep.
Oh.
I figured.
Season Mythical Season 2 was phenomenal.
Send help.
Okay.
Send help is not up here, but
This song's not gonna be on here.
Atlanta was definitely another like
that's on
beautiful series. Let me see. I think that's it, right?
Oh, wait.
Yeah. If you got something else,
The best man
was so
these are all really good. It's tough,
Atlanta.
bruh.
And there's some that's not even on there. I just put a bunch
The
down.
Shy is not on here where I'm like, The Shy, but the earlier seasons.
I didn't put Harlem.
Top Boy.
Top Boy was one. I didn't watch Top Boy. But
Snowfall, yes, Snowfall.
Top Boy and
Snowfall's not on. Is Snowfall a black? It is.
Yeah, it is.
Yes,
Okay, hey.
It's a black-led show.
You know what? I really liked Bel Air too. I thought Bel Air was done in such a interesting way, you know, because Will Smith made it so funny, and then it got like dark and twisted.
Yeah,
and it was
it wouldn't. It's not on my. It wouldn't be on my list.
No,
I'm glad you said Snowfall. Snowfall probably would be on. I do like. It took me a long time to watch that.
He said Top Boy. I wasn't even thinking about Top Boy.
Okay, damn, it's something else I just thought about.
It's black
too.
Brit, but it's black.
It's black.
Yeah.
Supercell.
Supercell. Also
Supercell
black
was cool.
Brits.
Supercell.
The black,
cool.
the black Brits are.
But give me yours, Brad. 5.
I'ma definitely have Atlanta on here.
Okay.
That was just an innovative show. Like it started something new. And I know for sure Abbott Elementary and Insecure have to be on here. Just Queens is amazing. Insecure, them first 4 seasons was just like everything. So where am I at? That's 3.
That's 3.
I'm gonna go with the sleeper, the Upshaws, because the Upshaws is just like, we haven't seen a black multicam sitcom like this, and it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
What other ones that we have? We haven't seen one since like Martin.
Yeah.
And
Jamie Foxx show.
It's really good.
I just binge watched Jamie Foxx show again.
It's great.
Jamie Foxx show.
It's great.
Oh, Jamie
It
Foxx
holds.
does have a new sitcom. I think,
It's
but
not the same.
It's not the same.
It
This
holds.
is
It
not. The
holds.
Upshaws is like really slept on as far as like, wow, it reminds me of those times when we had those really good sitcoms. So the Upshaws, and then one more I'm gonna have to go with
Yeah, y'all ain't like the Wonder Years. I'm the only one that like the Wonder Years.
I'm
Like
gonna
that.
have to go with the Powers.
Did you watch Grand Crew?
I'm gonna have to go with the Powers.
I watched
The Powers?
episode 2.
Damn. Okay.
I watched episode 2.
Okay.
The Powers, but you gotta put all of them. It's the power. It's Power.
I just put
it's
all Powers.
Ghost,
Yeah.
It's Kanan.
Okay.
Power is such a hood soap opera. I'm like,
Yeah.
You don't like it?
I didn't like. Everything was so predictable to me.
Okay. All right. You don't like.
I hate watch it. I kind of hate watch it. Yeah, I do. Well,
Okay.
I do love drug. Top Boy. Top Boy's one of my
Top
favorite.
Boy. But it's
freaking Peaky Blinders is a drug drama.
I would say Top Boy is better than Power. So man, I'll put Top Boy.
Nice. Okay. All right.
Snowfall. Drug drama.
Snowfall.
Absolutely. And Snowfall will be on mine. I'm gonna keep it quick. Snowfall, Atlanta, Lovecraft, because I love that type. I love, lore and things of that
Sci-fi
magnitude.
also,
I
yeah,
love
all
all of that. Abbott Elementary for sure. And I really enjoyed The Best Man.
The Best Man was so
The
good.
Best Man.
I really
Godfather
did.
Harlem was really good too.
I would put Best Man next as number 6.
I really,
Yep.
That was good.
these are some shows. We got some shit. We do got some shit.
Yeah, you didn't have the Shy on there.
I didn't put because I
The
was
Best
like,
Man is
I didn't put
definitely
Miss
on there as
Pat.
far
I
as,
didn't,
like-
20s. I didn't put on there.
Miss Pat's hilarious.
Pat is hilarious.
Because I'm into the romantic dramas.
Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? You're about to get on up out of here. Please let us know what you got coming up next, where they can find you, what's on the agenda.
Same name, different app. Jean Elie.
Jean Elie.
On all social media platforms. I also have a production company called Bassett House Pictures, where we pull together resources and collaborate with one another to tell stories,
Nice.
as well as highlight independent filmmakers. If you follow Bassett House Pick, it's the same name, different app across all social media platforms. We usually host like an indie night, not an indie night, but Screen That Night, which is an event for filmmakers to showcase their film to executives and also their peers.
Oh, we need to get on that.
At the end of the night, one of the films win like $1,000.
Oh, we really need to get on that.
Yeah, so that, and then what's called right now, we are creating a short film called Love. We're in post-production right now for it. We also have another pilot presentation type teaser for a show called Living Practical, which is about an ordinary couple who develop superpowers and is destroying their relationship in everyday life.
Love it. I'm on that already. I love that one. Give me that. Oh, Rio, please let us know, Rio. Please.
You
Rio
can
Summers.
find me at It's Rio Summers pretty much across all social media platforms. I am starting my own talk show. It's
nice.
called Whining and Dining. I'd love to have you guys come in.
Absolutely.
We drink a little wine, we get some good food, and then I'll interview you. It's about celebrity gossip, that type of stuff.
Oh.
Nice.
And, I'll bring in a guest to interview.
Yeah, okay.
I am also in a new movie. I have The Rideshare Killer is out on Tubi.
The Rideshare Killer.
The
You shot
Rideshare
that in Detroit?
Killer. No, it was shot in Los Angeles right before Christmas.
Nice,
Yeah,
okay.
so it was great. It was like my last hurrah before I left the city.
Yeah.
And then I also have a new movie coming out called A Vicious Murder, which is also going to be on Tubi. And it's kind of like a series. There was A Vicious Affair. Now there's A Vicious Murder. So,
There's another one gonna be a vicious something.
yeah, a vicious. It's going to be
It's gonna
vicious,
be
whatever it is.
something. Dope. Y'all check those out. And as usual, I'm Hollywood KP. My guy B Moore's here.
I'm B
This
Moore on
episode
everything.
11, everything. B Moore on everything. Tickety talk too.
Yeah, I am B more.
Okay, I knew it.
Oh yeah, my TikTok is Rio Summers, just Rio Summers.
They're gonna find it. This has been episode 11. Thank y'all for watching. Subscribe. Let us know. Comment. Tune in next time.